Hey ladies, is everyone there?
Yes, I'm here.
Alright, hey ladies. First I just wanted to thank you for doing this on your personal time because I know it's been a crazy week and we all just want to relax. And I want to remind you that we need to use the name John tonight because it is being recorded for my graduate course. So first, we're just here to talk about John, his behavior in the past 2 to 3 weeks. His grades have really started to suffer from his behavior. Um, he's been suspended for 8 days, just in the last 2 months for fighting with other students. So we're just here to meet and see. I just want to hear what's kind of going on in each person's class and see if you're seeing the same things that I'm seeing. But first, I wanted to start out with Miss Jarrett, so we can get a counselor update on what's been just going on at home with him. Miss Jarrett,
Okay.
if you could share that with us.
Yes. Okay. I try to meet with John once a week to check on his mental health. After he told me that his dad was back in jail, I had a phone conference with his mom. Dad has been in and out of jail. Just went back 2 weeks ago. Mom said he's been fighting and arguing with his siblings more and doesn't mind her like he does his dad. He's staying up late playing video games. He won't listen to his mom or mind. They just, well, he don't want to do anything she tells him to do. She wants to help us with his behavior, but she just doesn't really know how to deal with him when he gets like this.
Right.
I referred him to Arissa Help so he can receive professional counseling at school through their services.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that I think that if he could meet with Arissa, the kids that do meet with Arissa Help, they really we see a lot of progress out of them once they've started with that program. So thank you for recommending him for that and making that referral. So
Yes, that would be my recommendation.
okay, Miss Barber, could you let us know just kind of what's been going on in class with him in your class? Right now, you're muted.
Prior to Christmas break, John was doing really well in my class, and as we've come back, I know that Miss Jarrett said there's been lots of issues at home and things that are going on, but he is just all over the place. He is coming to class late all the time, and when he gets there, he doesn't have the things that he needs. He's left something in a different class, or he left it at home, and so we're coming completely unprepared. We don't have our materials. We do not have um, our work with us, and it's just becoming increasingly more difficult to get John to complete his work. And when I can get him to complete it, it's not at the quality or the level that I think he should be able to be turning this work in.
Right.
He's also having bursts of just frustration and aggression, not necessarily towards me or other authority figures, but definitely towards his peers. And this is just not what I had come to expect from him.
Yes, he's just become so different just recently, which was what triggered me to try to find out what's going on. That's what I've been seeing in math class as well. He's been getting there late, and he always has an excuse that he was going back to somebody else's class to get something, or had to go to his locker to get something, and he's not taking down the notes and examples that Miss Wood is doing. Because we're in there together. Um, when I when I try to help him, he just kind of rolls his eyes and doesn't want to accept help. Um, so it sounds like a lot of the same things are going on. He was his grades were real. He was doing really well, and then just the past about month to 3 weeks, he has just really made some huge changes with which is why I was so concerned. Miss Rook, could you let us know what's been going on in your room as well? And you're muted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
We're seeing the same patterns in behavior in our classroom. We're struggling to get our work done in a timely manner. It's not to the level that he used to produce.
All right.
He's having a very hard time staying awake and being very combative with his classmates for any type of disruption or looking at him, talking to him. I've recommended trying to move him closer to me with prep seating, and I'm going to do extra time and see if we can complete the task. And if it's not completed on time, at least see what level of work I'm getting out of him.
Okay. So sounds like we pretty much got a pattern going here. So some things, I know you said that you were going to try to move him to preferential seating. So definitely I want to check back and see how that has worked. Miss Barber, do you have anything that you've used in your class that has worked with him thus far?
So I've already done some preferential seating options in my classroom with John, but he's a frequent flyer. He's having to change quite often. He needs to be wherever I am.
Okay.
So I move quite often. So sometimes that's helping, and some days it's not enough stability because if I have him here on Tuesday and here on Wednesday, he doesn't do well with that change.
Okay.
However, I have been doing some working lunches with John where I'm allowing him to come in to do that makeup work. And for the most part, if I can provide that one-on-one attention with him, he does do well. But that's not going to always be an option. He's not going to be able to do one-on-one work for everything. So I'm not sure that that's really an accommodation that's going to be the most beneficial for him. It just seems to be necessary right now.
I honestly, I thank you for doing that because I think a lot of what is going on with him at home right now, he's kind of attention seeking. So with you allowing him to come in during your lunch period and work like that, he is feeling like he's receiving additional attention. And right now, I know with Dad being back in jail that he really needs that. So thank you for doing that. Miss Rook, do you have anything other than the preferential seating that you have? Is there anything else you've tried in class?
Other than extended time, I've done some extra small groups with him to try to narrow down what the issue may be, if it's a pattern of behavior or if it's cognitive. And what I'm seeing, like everyone else, is that it's the attention seeking and being closer to me when given the extra time, the work is exceeding exceedingly better.
Okay, thank you. Is he completing once with the extended time? Is he completing all of your assignments, Ms. Rook?
Not always, and I wonder if that is again to extend the attention that he can receive from me. And we're doing further testing to try to consider where we're falling on a grade level.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Smith, I know that we had a lot of concerns about his lack of attention to getting the work finished. And I know he does have some things going on at home, but do we know if we're dealing with any issues with attention deficit or if we're just dealing with the behavioral issues because of his dad?
He was recently diagnosed. He was already receiving special education services for other health impairments.
Okay.
But he did just receive recently a diagnosis of ADHD. So he hasn't begun. I'm sorry. He hasn't. He's not taking any medication or anything yet because he was
Are
just
we moving
recently.
towards that, or are we not medicating? Do we know?
Miss Jarrett, you may know more about that since you talked to Mom. Do you know if they're considering medication?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I do believe the mother is considering it because she is, she does want to help with his behavior in any way she can. So I believe after we have dealt more with the risks of health, that, we will know more what's going on there. But yes, I do believe she will consider and wants to do all that she can to help.
Okay, thank you. Right. Thank you. Yeah, I think the visuals, I think that will do a lot for him. That was actually one of my things because he did recently change schedules. And I know it's hard to change this time of year. You know, you're already in a pattern of going to other classes. So I made out a visual schedule for him. I'm hoping that will help him to start getting the class on time. And with the visuals being on there, reminding him what he needs to have with him when he gets there. Um, I've also these are just some things I've been throwing around in my head. Um, if I make a daily check-in sheet for him that would contain, you know, items like on task, has all materials, was on time, um, no aggression towards others. If you know, if he could take that to each class period and just have the teachers, you know, comment and sign off on that. So would that be something that everybody's willing to do? I'll make the sheet up and make sure that he gets it every day.
Yeah, I would be fine with that. I think some accountability would go a long way with John right now too, because I don't think he's. I know mom's trying her best, but she has a lot going on, and I don't think he's getting enough accountability. She wants to help, but kids get a pass when a lot of stuff is going on.
Right.
So I think it would be good to be able to say, hey, these are the days you did this, and these are the days that you didn't.
Right. And that would, yeah, we could see kind of what happened beforehand on a certain day, just, you know, see what's going on. Miss Rook, would you be okay with just signing off, making sure he has his check sheet every day?
Check out will be great. Not only will we give him that long one-time attention, it'll allow us to capture the data that we need, where we can find out and patterns of behavior or certain days, certain triggers that may really help us get him adjusted.
Okay. And Miss Jarrett, if you'll talk to mom, we can also, once it comes back through me at the end of the day, if she wants us to send that home so that she can see that, if you could, you know, get back with her and just, you know, tell her that we're going to try that and let her be aware that it'll be coming home. She may want to check his backpack because he may not give it to her. So.
Yes, definitely. I will talk to her and let her know to look for this. And I too think this is a great idea.
Okay. Okay. I've done this with some other students that it's not their typical behavior. Um, I've just done what is like a little behavior, just like a little contract. So I've wanted to make one for him, pull him in, you know, just have a long talk with him and make him be accountable. You know, it'll just have things on there like I've been on time for classes all week. You know, I've had all of my materials. I've completed all of my assignments. So just something to make him a little bit more accountable for his own actions and let him sign off on that. Um, so that he knows that yes, we talked about this. I said that I was going to do these things and just be more self-reliant. Are there any other issues or any other suggestions that anyone has? I'm absolutely open to that. Okay, so we're all just pretty much in agreement with what we're going to try. Um,
And I think that sounds like a solid plan to move
okay.
him forward and try to get him back on track.
Okay. I will get all of these documents made. I'll get the check-in sheet made, and I'm also going to make him. I don't know whether he'll use it or not. I'm going to talk to him about it. Just like just a kind of small like index card, like an index card size, where he could just like, you know, pull out from his binder and just kind of hold it up against his chest during class, just to let teachers know I need a short break, and that way, you know, he wouldn't have to interrupt class. No one would have to know, you know, and he could just be allowed to leave class for, you know, a few minutes just to get himself back under control. So if we can kind of be looking for that. Um, but I will get everything made up, and I'll make sure that it gets to his advisory teacher, because that's where it'll need to start out for the day, is with his advisory teacher, just making sure that he has that every morning. So if everybody could just be looking out for that check sheet to come through each day. And if it's okay with you ladies, if we could do all of this for about a month, and then have another meeting and just see how he's been doing in each other's class.
Sounds good.
Okay. Miss Rook, Miss Barber, are y'all okay with
Yeah, I
having
think that
another
would be
meeting?
great. That will put us right after spring break, heading into state testing, and I think that would be a really great time to check in because we may need to make some modifications or accommodations to his testing schedule.
Right. Okay, ladies. I think we've covered everything, and thank you so much for doing this on your personal time. And I think we've got some really good things to go on. Thank you for what you've already been doing in class for him. And we will get all of this implemented, and we will talk again in a month. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Bye-bye.
See everybody tomorrow.